Boom! What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Armament Factory with yours truly, Big Luch, for another hate along. That's right, we're watching Crystal Palace take on Tottenham Hotspur today. So we are hating on Tottenham Hotspur, obviously wanting them to lose always makes for a great weekend. So the game is not far from kickoff. It's about 8 minutes or so before we kick off. But let's just have a look at the lineups quickly for this game. And then what we'll do is we'll just, pardon me, quickly have a look back at all the Premier League games that have been played so far. Right, first things first is the lineup. So Crystal Palace is lining up like this: 3-4-2-1. Henderson in goal, Lerma, Lacroix, and Gahey at the back. And then they got the four in midfield, who are Klein, Hughes, Wharton, Mitchell. In front of them, Pino and Devaney. And in front of them, Mateta as the number 9, obviously. So that is the 3-4-2-1 lineup for Crystal Palace. Once again, Henderson in goal, Lerma, Lacroix, and Gahey at the back. So a back 3. Then 4 in midfield, Klein, Hughes, Wharton, and Mitchell. In front of the midfield, you've got 2 attackers, Pino and Devaney. And as the number 9, you've got Mateta. Now let's have a look at the Tottenham Hotspur lineup. So they are playing 4-2-3-1. And their lineup is as follows: Vicario in goal, Porro, Danzo, Van der Ven, and Spence as a back 4. In front of them, as the pivot roles, Bentancur and Gray. In front of them two, it's Kudus, Bergvall, and Kolo Muani. And in front of Kolo Muani and in front of Bergvall and Kudus is Richarlison. So Richarlison making a start for Tottenham, as Kolo Muani plays on the left-hand side of the attacking front of Tottenham Hotspur. So that's the lineups for today's game. So 4-2-3-1. Let's do the Tottenham one quickly again. Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro, Danso, Mickey van der Ven, Jed Spence, Bentancur, Archie Gray, Mohamed Kudus, Bergvall, Kolo Muani, and Richarlison up front. That's the lineup for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, if we go and have a look at the Premier League games that have been played. So today's game ended 1-1 at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 1, Leeds 1. That was the other game of today. And then we've got now the kickoff between Crystal Palace and Tottenham coming up. So yesterday's games are Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 2, Brentford 4, Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 2, Wolves 1, West Ham 0, Fulham 1, Man City 2. Sorry, hold on. Something went wrong. What's going on? Sorry. Nottingham Forest 1, Man City 2, Man United 1, Newcastle 0, and Arsenal 2, Brighton 1. So that's the Premier League this weekend, guys. Oh, sorry, and Burnley 0, Everton 0. But let's see what Tottenham can do today. Obviously, there is a game, or games, I should say, on Tuesday, the 30th of December, and then on the 1st of January as well. There's a group of games then. So we will be doing some more watch-alongs, hate-alongs in the middle of the week. But for now, we are hating on Tottenham Hotspur. So Crystal Palace play at home against Tottenham Hotspur. It's a London derby. Let's see what they can do. Oh, what did I just do? Here we go. Right, players in the tunnel. We're getting ready for kickoff. It's only a couple of minutes left. So I have a feeling Crystal Palace will do good at home against Tottenham. They've been on the losing end. I mean, they played well against us midweek in the Carabao Cup. They took us all the way to penalties. I mean, we should have done a little bit better, obviously, but we can't fault Crystal Palace. Their determination, their fight, and their manager is absolutely wonderful as well. It's a great manager, great coach. So you can't fault them really. They did really well, although we could have done a little bit better. So let's see. I think they have enough to handle the Tottenham, to deal with them, to get the 3 points off of them. But Tottenham again also a mixed bag. Their away form is better than their home form, so sometimes they turn up when they go away from home, whereas their home form is absolutely terrible. So you don't know what Spurs is turning up. That's the problem. However, Crystal Palace fairly formidable at home. I think, like I said, they've got enough in the locker to take the points off of Tottenham. Um, but we'll see. The game's about to start. The players are on the pitch now. Let's go. We got minutes. We're minutes away from the kickoff. I got my cup of tea ready. I got my snacks ready. Everything is on the go. Go. Let's go. Go. I have a feeling this midfield of Klein, Hughes, Wharton, and Mitchell might be a little bit too much for Bentancur and Archie Gray. Archie Gray having, well, are we not having, but being fairly young and inexperienced. I was going to say having not picked up much experience, but I mean, he's been playing recently, but he's still young, still raw. Let's see how he does against this Crystal Palace midfield. Now, stadium looks packed. The Crystal Palace fans are rocking. They look hungry. They look up for it. My question is, what will happen? Sorry, what will happen to Thomas Frank if he loses this game and he slips further down in the Premier League table? I mean, does there come a point where Spurs just say, no, that's too low? I mean, we're drifting too much into the relegation zone. It's getting too dangerous now. Something needs to be done, or they're going to just give him the whole season and risk possibly getting relegated. Because another question is, are the Tottenham players playing for Thomas Frank? Are they putting in a shift for him? Do they respect him? Again, it's very hard to tell, because one day they turn up and another day it's an absolute shambles, and they all look like scrubs, from keeper to forward to everyone. So that's the questions we have to ask. Are Tottenham good enough, one, to get something out of this game, to handle this Crystal Palace midfield? Is Thomas Frank the best choice for Tottenham, and will he get sacked if they drop further in the pecking order of the Premier League? Those are serious questions, but those are questions that have to be asked. Sorry, another question: are the players playing for him? So it's not just one or two, it's many questions that have to be asked of this Spurs side this season. Everyone was getting hyped up with the new manager coming in. I know some Spurs fans that I've spoken to myself that have actually got regrets of not keeping Ange Postecoglou. But then when you hear the Spurs that are on the media platforms, um, they all sound like, no, they're happy he was out, but now they want Thomas Frank out as well. And it's this whole chop and change culture that's going on in certain clubs. Chelsea fans, the same thing now as well. It's all those clubs that used to be like, oh, Mikel Arteta, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, no trophy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'd still rather be where I am than where you guys are. So, no problem. Give me a manager that doesn't win any trophies, but at least steadies the ship and is heading forward and is moving forward towards the promised land. Not, keep chopping and changing and getting different managers, and you're just going backwards like the piss of a camel. Like, how a camel pisses, it goes, just shoots backwards. Like, I'm saying, pause. But that's how certain clubs are going. They're going backwards, my brother. So I don't take that chat when they're like, oh no, he must win something now. No, no, no. He doesn't need to. Nothing. He's doing perfectly fine at at Arsenal. Right, we're about to kick off here, and we've kicked off. Right, Crystal Palace is playing left to right, Tottenham right to left in the first half, and the ball's going long already from the keeper. Gahey now with a long ball forward. Right, Crystal Palace in the Spurs box. But here's Archie Gray fighting for the ball, and he gets a goal kick. Klein with a great ball on the chest. He carried it into the box and then lost it. And the thing is as well, Crystal Palace, the club that's in the total opposite trajectory from Tottenham. Also a London club. They would say, Spurs would say, a much smaller club than them. And if you look at the Tottenham Stadium and the training ground, and you'd think that. But Crystal Palace, currently, I wouldn't say necessarily the bigger club, but the club in the bigger and better situation. Let's just say that. They're growing better than Tottenham are. More organically, more naturally. Their recruitment's top notch. Everything. Their business acumen, the way they trade. Jean-Philippe Mateta with a header, but Mickey van der Ven carries the ball or kicks the ball straight to Vicario. Let's hope Vicario. Oh, well, let's hope we're going. Yes, Robert. Spuds versus Eagles. That's right. How you doing, man? Crystal Palace are a very good team. Never underestimate those geezers. Never. Never. I was literally just talking about it now, Robert. I was saying that although Tottenham fans will say they're the bigger club, but at the moment, Crystal Palace is in the better situation, in the bigger situation, and they're going forward, whereas Tottenham are going backwards. So you'd still rather be in a Crystal Palace situation, and they're playing better football, and their players, I believe, are better. I mean, look at their midfield now, the Crystal Palace midfield compared to the Hotspurs midfield. Archie Gray with a karate kick to Colin Mwani, who couldn't control it. And now Lacroix plays it to Gahey. Yeah, so I'm a big admirer of Oliver Glasner, of Crystal Palace in general, all round, like I was saying earlier. I hope their fan base grows. I hope that club gets bigger. I hope they get a bigger stadium as well, better facilities, and that club continues to grow. Obviously, Arsenal have strong ties with Crystal Palace in general from back in the day. Obviously, the Ian Wright connection and other players now with Eberici Eze as well. We've had a long-standing respect for each other, both being a North London club and a South London club, and not really being that much or having that much of a rivalry, more of a competitive friendship, let's say. So I do have much respect for that club. And Mr. Parrish as well. Obviously, I don't know all the ins and outs, and I don't know if he's corrupt or not, but it seems like he's running the club good. Crystal Palace is a lovely traditional club. I love them, yeah. It's a great little South London club. You know, they've got a great history. And last season as well, having won their first major trophy and then winning the Community Shield after that as well, the FA Cup, then the Community Shield. Hopefully this year they can win the Conference League in Europe and add a European trophy because they're good enough. I think they're good enough to win the Conference League, to be honest with you. I mean, if you look at the clubs that play, I remember Chelsea last season, they played a club called Noah. I've never even heard of that club. I mean, it's not that I know everything about football, whatever. But like, there's certain teams that were in that competition that I've never heard of in my life, and they end up coming to like Stamford Bridge or whatever. So Crystal Palace, oh, here they come, Crystal Palace now. Jean-Philippe Mateta with a great ball forward, and the Crystal Palace is a foul right outside the box. Who was that? Yellow card for Jed Spence? For Danso. Yellow card for Danso. He had to make that challenge because the Crystal Palace player was gone, but I didn't see who it was. Who's that? Deveni. I don't know how you say his name. Deveni. He got fouled. Danso had to foul him. He was off. Ooh, wait, hold on. It sort of looked like he tripped over his own feet. No, that was contact. Crystal Palace versus Millwall. Crystal Palace versus Millwall. Good versus dangerous. Trust me. Password FC and Bible FC. You're right. Yeah, Millwall. I think that's why they don't want them to come in the Premier League. You know, they just don't want that club in the Premier League. There's just too much problems. Too angry. These people. Can you imagine a West Ham and Millwall derby in the Premier League? Jeez, I think that'll be probably the biggest derby. That'll be bigger than the North London derby and the Tyne-Wear or Wear Tyne derby. And that's up there with Celtic Rangers, that West Ham Millwall derby. Anyway, here comes the free kick from Crystal Palace. Let's see who's going to take it. There's 4 players surrounding it. Devaney, Wharton, Gay. Gay's walked away now. Wharton. Devaney. Yeah, that's dangerous, bro. That West Ham Millwall. Sheesh. All right, here comes the free kick. Crystal Palace. Ah, they tried to go underneath. It didn't work. They got another try now. Jeremy Pino with the free kick, but he messed it up. Here come Tottenham. Mohamed Kudus now on the run on the right-hand side. Comes inside now. Plays it forward. Archie Gray crosses it. Can't get it to Colomwani. He grabs it though. Plays it to Jed Spence. Bentacle with him. Jed Spence still going. Mwani now tries to play it to Spence again. Loses the ball. Bad ball from Colomwani. Wharton now. Plays it forward. Devaney plays it to cross comes in. Ooh, Jean-Philippe Mateta couldn't get to the ball. Who crossed it in though? Is that Gahey? Archie Gray goes back to Vicario, who just kicks it long. And say, forget about it, man. Robert said it's not a derby, that's a civil war. That's what I'm saying to you. That will be dangerous because them Millwall fans, I mean, West Ham fans over the years, they've calmed down and they've been normalized. Like, they've been kind of like, they've integrated in modern society. Whereas in Millwall fans, they'll take it back to the 80s and just start fighting people. I've seen videos of them the other day of their fans. I don't know who went over there to play. I think they're still in the den as well. They haven't even moved from the den. And I saw some videos coming out from there and just radical football fans. All right, Poro with the throw now. Mohamed Kudus controls it on the chest, plays it across the field now, tries to get to Jed Spence, but Klein just moves it to the side. Jean-Philippe Mateta running with the ball, tries to play in Devaney, loses the ball, but ref says free kick for Tottenham. My family is very Millwall based, to be honest, so I can't say much. Really? That's crazy. How did you end up not being a Millwall fan, Robert? That's mad. Do you mean as in they just come from East London, like from them areas, or you mean they actually support Millwall? Yeah, that means you come from a dangerous family, mate. We gotta watch out for you, Robert. You're dangerous, but you're a gunner, so you know what I mean. So good. Van der Ven, Jed Spence now brings the ball forward. It's got Colomwani with him. He plays him back heel from Colomwani. Doesn't work out. Klein intercepts, plays it to Devaney. Devaney now plays it back. Hughes. Mohamed Kudus just steals it from Mitchell. Bergval now loses the ball. That Pino plays it forward to Mateta, who couldn't control it, and the ball goes to Vicario. Southeast London moved up to Lincolnshire, so okay. So originally from Southeast London, but you're in Lincolnshire now, yeah? Lincolnshire's nice though, man. Lincolnshire. Robert said, I've always loved Arsenal. Millwall were League One at the time, so I thought, nah, fair enough. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I said the same thing to Tottenham fans. I said, don't be choosing the club for your children. Let them choose for themselves, because more than likely they'll start supporting Arsenal, but they'll never allow that to happen. So when they don't, they're like, no, we got to teach them about time. So that's child abuse, man. They just start laughing. But no, you done well, mate. You chose the right club, mate. Definitely. I wonder if we will ever see Millwall in the Premier League, though. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that film, Green Street, Robert? It's got what's his name in it? The kid from Lord of the Rings. What's his name again? Elijah Woods. Some American kid. Elijah Wood comes to London, and his sister's married to some East London, some Eastender, and the Eastender's little brother is like still a crazy West Ham fan. If you haven't seen that film, watch that film. I'm sure your family would have seen it, because that shows you like a Hollywood version of what that West Ham Millwall derby was actually like, and that rivalry was actually like till this day, by the way. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, yeah, Green Street was a decent film. I liked it. It's just Hollywoodish. It's just a Hollywood version of that. But there is other, like you got the Football Factory and all of that. Here come Crystal Palace though. Wharton Hughes. Unlucky, they lose the ball. Klein chasing it. Jed Spence with him though. Klein on the ball, right at the corner on the right hand side. He plays it back. Wharton by himself. Plays it back to Klein. Klein crosses it. Hughes. Devaney. Shoots. It ricochets. Juan Mateta. Oh, and Vicario just about saves it as Archie Gray just kicks the ball away. Vicario couldn't keep hold of it. Jean-Philippe Mateta nearly there with 1-0 for Crystal Palace. Robert says, Millwall versus Arsenal will be dangerous in my family. I can imagine. Are you the only one in your family that's an Arsenal fan, or you got like other members of your family that support Arsenal? Is it just you, Arsenal, and everyone else, Millwall? Because that's not fair. That's not a fair fight. I'll come defend you. Don't worry, mate. Kolo Muani with a header forward to Richarlison. Richarlison gives him the ball back. Kolo Muani loses it to Hughes. Now Wharton plays it. Jeremy Pino. Devaney tries to play it to Jean-Philippe Mateta. Couldn't get the ball to him. Klein on the right-hand side now. Wharton. Lacroix. Gahey. Mitchell all by himself on the left-hand side there. Why is no one seeing Mitchell back there? Hughes played it too. Lerma just plays it back to Lacroix. Robert says, I have my mom, my brother, my mom's partner, and a few others. What, that are Gunners, yeah? Fair enough. It's Chelsea, Millwall, or Arsenal. Woo! That is some crazy teams. Well, Chelsea, Millwall, that's another civil war right there. Arsenal, Millwall don't really have beef like that, but Chelsea, Millwall, West Ham, Millwall, that's some crazy derbies there. That's proper beef. But don't forget, saying that, Arsenal's originally from Southeast London as well, the Woolwich Arsenal. Don't forget that. But that's why we are a proper London club, because we are from everywhere in London. But that's an argument that Tottenham fans sometimes. Oh, ball comes in the box. Klein controls it, tries to cross it in, but Jet Spence with a block. Lerma now loses the ball. It's a throw in for Crystal Palace. Yeah, your family is crazy, bro. Christmas around the table must be nuts. Everybody wearing their football team's colours. And out of nowhere, just a fight breaks out. Everyone start punching each other. Food fight. Everyone's throwing food. Long throw comes in from Crystal Palace. Tottenham trying to clear it. Mohamed Kudus now, and he clears it with one swift kick, and it goes all the way back to Henderson. Gahey goes back to Henderson. Henderson now. Lerma. Robert says, that's why we don't talk footy. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. People might end up in the A&E and all that. No, but that's crazy, though. That's fun, though. That must be fun. The banter with your family must be crazy. Long ball looking for Bergvall, but Crystal Palace do good. But it comes to Mohamed Kudus now, who plays it to Bergvall on the right-hand side. Bergvall plays it back to Mohamed Kudus, who's gives it back to Bergvall. Pedro Porro crosses it in, and Richarlison scores, but he's surely offside. Surely, he's not offside. Oh, snap. Richarlison scored. Bro, I think I jinxed it, you know. I talked so much rubbish about this Brer. He's now all of a sudden started to score. Well, there you go. I thought he was offside. I actually thought he was offside. Crystal Palace 0, Tottenham 1. Tottenham just scored out of nowhere against the run of play, really. And there comes the pigeon. I can't believe it. Let's see this again. Mohamed Kudus gets the ball. Bergvall looks offside. Surely Bergvall's offside. Bergvall looked like he was offside. Now Richarlison, let's see. Mohamed Kudus plays it back to Bergvall. Pedro Porro, no. So, when Pedro Porro played the ball, it looks like his elbow was offside. I think he's offside. Bergvall looks offside with the first pass. When Mohamed Kudus plays it to Bergvall, Bergvall looks like he's offside. And then Richarlison, when Porro played the ball, nah, that's offside, 100. I thought it was offside. What do you think, Robert? It's offside, no? Offside. I told you it was offside. I said it was offside. To be honest with you, I didn't see the Bergvall one, so I don't know if it's Bergvall or Richarlison. I thought Richarlison was offside, and now when they checked it, oh yeah, it's Bergvall that was offside. Because when they showed the Bergvall one, I realized straight away. Yeah, you can see he's a whole body length offside. You can literally see it. They didn't even need to do that. Right, that's a big escape for Crystal Palace. They thought they had shot themselves in the foot, but the goal's been cancelled by VAR. It was offside. Bergvall was offside, so Crystal Palace still in the game now. Well, that does mean like Tottenham are hungry for this win. I did say, look, guys, they're away form. Colomwani running back with the ball. Ooh, still got the ball. Great hold up. Archie Gray. And it wasn't a bad goal, to be fair, either. You know, if you want to be fair, the goal was actually all right. Pretty decent. Long ball forward now, looking for Richarlison again, who controls it. Here comes Richarlison. But Henderson with a great block to stop. Richarlison looks like he's found a bit of form. Uh-oh. Robert's like, please be offside, I beg. Oh. Goal kick. Henderson. Long shot forward. Looking for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Nearly controlled it. Gets the ball though. Mateta plays it to Devaney. Oh, great defender by Tottenham, and the ball gets cleared. Not as far, only as far as Wharton. Mateta shoots. Ooh, not far. Whistles past the far post. Unlucky for Crystal Palace, but a great chance created. Bit more of that, and we shall see them be victorious. Great play by Jean-Philippe Mateta. Unlucky for Jeremy Pino and Devaney, who couldn't control the ball in the box. The ball did come back to Jean-Philippe Mateta in the box, so he did get a strike off, but it just whistled past the far post. Keeper couldn't have stopped it if it was on target. We have Mystery Man 476 in the house. Yo, my brother, what's happening? Welcome to this hate along. We're hating on Tottenham here. Yeah, big up Mystery Man. Mateta with a head forward. Devaney chasing, but Mickey Van der Ven too fast. Gets the ball back to Vicario. You man just bigging yourself up. Come on. Big up Robert, the gunner, and big up Mystery Man. Every time. Mohamed Kudus now with the ball. Tries to play Archie. Couldn't. Mateta plays it now. Forward. Ooh. Pino loses the ball. Mohamed Kudus gets it back. Archie Gray now. Kolomwani. Quick ball to Jet Spence. Jet Spence gets it under control. He's got two players in front of him. Plays Archie Gray, but that was a bad ball. And Wharton gets the ball and he gets pulled and it's a free kick for Crystal Palace. Yellow card comes out for the boy in the yellow kit. Man like Archie Grays. What you saying, Mystery Man? You support Arsenal as well. Who do you support? Hey, yes. Big up the big Luch. You don't know. Respect, Robert. That's what we want. That's what we want, Mystery Man. We want Mateta to score. Wharton now on a free kick. He might get the goal right now, guys. Ball comes in. Ooh, a little bit too deep. Vicario picks it out the air very easily. Mystery Man's an Arsenal supporter. Let's go. Come on, young gunners. Here comes Jet Spence. Jet Spence bombing forward with the ball now. Ooh, tried to play the ball into Kolomwani. Couldn't. And Lermy gets the ball back. Hughes plays it back to Lacroix. Lermy. Klein. Lacroix with the ball now. Pushing up. Klein on the right-hand side now. Tries to pay the ball to Devon. He couldn't. Richarlison picks it up and plays it to Mwani. Mwani in the ball now. Holding it up. Trying to get it to Bergvall. Mwani keeps losing the ball. He's having a terrible game. Here comes Crystal Palace shot from Pino. That wasn't it? Yeah, shot from Jeremy Pino and he couldn't get it on target. Unlucky, son. Here we go with that goal again from Richarlison. Bergvall clearly offside. I didn't even see Bergvall initially until they showed the replay. I thought Richarlison was offside. Yeah, here when they're showing the shot from Pedro Porro, even Richarlison looked offside. Yeah, you see his elbow, I told you. And I think they're saying that as well. Ooh, Wharton just got a dirty nutmeg. Jet Spence with the ball now. Who nutmegged? And that was deep. Archie Gray, Bentancur, Mickey Van der Ven now. Right, we're coming up to 25 minutes. The game's still 0-0. Tottenham did have the ball in the back of the net, but it was offside. Bergvall was judged to be offside on Richarlison's goal. Hughes now with a long kick forward to Mateta. Mateta heads it back. Can Jeremy Pino control it? He doesn't. Devaney now gives the ball straight to Mickey van der Ven, who slows the game down. Danso plays it back to Vicario. Vicario is known to make mistakes. He gives it to Mickey van der Ven now. Tottenham still trying to play out the back, even though it's so dangerous, and they keep Danso. Kolomwani again loses the ball, gives a free kick to Crystal Palace. If I was a Tottenham fan, I'd literally be saying, get Kolomwani off the pitch. He is hindering what we're trying to do. He keeps losing the ball. He gets caught in possession. Now he's rolling around because he tried to hold on to the ball. Crystal Palace wanted to take a quick free kick, which they should be allowed to do, and he slept on the ball and didn't give them the ball. And I think that deserves a yellow card. Honestly, I hate when players do that. Look, he was nowhere near the ball. He grabs it and then lays on it. Look, Hughes didn't even do nothing. He went to grab the ball and then my man's holding his face. What a liar. Trying to say he got kneed in the face. Stop it, man. Right, Jeremy Pino on the free kick for Crystal Palace. This is it, guys. Come on, boys. Let's believe it into existence. Robert, mystery man. This should be Jean-Philippe Mateta's goal. Jeremy Pino on the free kick. Ooh, he does a short one. Why? Now the cross comes in. Mateta! Ooh! The ball goes right over the crossbar. That was a great header from Lacroix, I believe, to send it back. It was. Lacroix headed it from the back post back into between the goalpost area, in that 6-yard area, in that little square in front of the goalkeeper, at the back post. And Jean-Philippe Mateta rose for it. Couldn't get it on target. It went just over the crossbar. Well, not just over the crossbar, but it went over the crossbar. If you had directed that a little bit more down, that would have been the Jean-Philippe Mateta goal. That's right, mystery man. Almost. That's the second chance Jean-Philippe Mateta got that was fairly close. That shot and now the header. That means the next one should be, third time lucky. Third is, what do they say? 3's the charm, or third time lucky, or third time's the charm. I don't know, but the third time is going to be a goal, mate. Hughes, Wharton. Mystery man says it's coming. It's coming. That's what I'm talking about. That positivity. We've got to believe it into existence. Here comes Mateta. Controls the ball. And then he trips over his own feet on the ball. But Crystal Palace still with the ball now. Hughes. No, sorry, that was Wharton. What am I talking about? Mitchell now with a cross. Ooh, Devaney with the header, but it goes straight to Vicario. Unlucky Crystal Palace. They're knocking on the door. You see, it started off with Mateta with the knocks. Knock, 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 knock. This Devaney header, that was more of a do. Next one is kicking the door, waving the 4-4. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. The next chance Crystal Palace get is kicking the door, waving the 4-4. Here comes Hughes. Wharton. Bad boy. Trying to look for Mitchell. Couldn't get to him. Bergval to Mohamed Kudus. Mo Kudus now running. Gets caught on the ball by Lacroix, which he always does, this player. Here comes Hughes. Gahey, it's like, come get it then. He's a bad boy. You know what, guys? I think Mark Gahey, who is actually an Arsenal fan, might be looking to come to Arsenal, because something weird happened the other day when Crystal Palace played Arsenal. One, he didn't celebrate his goal. And two, at the end of the match, I saw him huddled up with the Arsenal players. And then even Arteta came and joined that little huddle and conversation. That was a bit, I don't know, is he getting tapped up by Arsenal? Do we need another centre-back? I mean, unless they're going to send Hikapié back to Germany. Ooh! Kolo Muani with a super hard challenge. I think he knocked him out. Who was that? Klein. No, who is it? Is it Lerma? Yeah, it is Lerma. Oh my days. You got knocked up out. Oh my god, Colin one, he's not having it. He's like, what? Watch what may I do? Anyway, it's a head injury for Lerma, but they're soldiers. Oliver Glasner giving Jeremy Pino some last minute instructions. But why is Baptista standing there? I tell you what, Baptista did well against Arsenal. What the hell? Baptista's like assistant coach or something. Oh, he's a translator. That's what's going on. I was like, why? Now I get it. Baptista was translating because Jeremy Pino obviously is not speaking very good English, or he's not understanding Oliver Glasner. So Baptista was standing because I'm thinking, what is Baptista the second goalkeeper and the bloody coach, assistant coach, just giving out instructions? But then I realized, no, he's translating for him. Sensoon in the house. Come on. I want you to meet Mystery Man, Sensoon, and obviously you know Robert. More people are joining the family every day. It's good. We're growing as a community. Here comes Kolomwani. Jet Spence now. Jet Spence plays it back to Bentacore. Plays in Mwani. Bentacore. Danso. Pedro Porro, who's got a good cross on him. Tries to cross it. Archie Gray there. Henry Charlison, but the ball comes back out. Bentacore now. Mohamed Kudus on the right hand side. Bentacore. And the ball goes all the way back to Danso. They could not get past the Crystal Palace wall. They've gone all the way back to Vicario. A lot of mercy. Long ball forward, looking for Bergval. Hughes on the ball now. Gahey plays it back to Lacroix. Plays it back to Henderson. Henderson getting pressured by Bergval, but no pressure. Kicks it out. Hughes on the ball now. Here comes Mitchell. Great control on the chest. Mitchell bombing forward with the ball. He's got Jean-Philippe Mateta in front of him. He takes a shot. Danso blocks it. They're still knocking. Here comes Hughes. I need them to knock down the door now. Hughes. Gahey. Gahey couldn't control it, and Danso kicks it forward. Lacroix. It's just pinging back and forward now. Gahey in the centre circle. Gets the ball. Klein now. Nathaniel Klein. Wharton. Here we go. Now they're looking more to the left-hand side where Mitchell is. That's it. Play Mitchell more. Gahey now. They're playing too narrow through the middle. Gahey with the long ball forward to the right-hand side. Klein with a great control. Plays it to the side on the byline to Devaney, who crosses it in. But Mickey van der Ven there to clear it. Only as far as Wharton. And Mickey van der Ven again has to play it towards Jet Spence. Oh, Jet Spence with a bad ball. Oh, shot from Wharton, but what a pathetic shot. Too easy for Vicario. He had time and space. He could have took another step forward. He could have gained power on the shot. Tottenham, Jet Spence, what the hell was that? He literally played it as if he was part of his team. Played it right into Wharton's path. And Wharton had time and space, and I don't think he knew because he just took an instant shot. A weak shot. Too easy for Vicario. Now Tottenham, Pedro Porro running forward, playing in Mohamed Kudus. Mohamed Kudus, who's got Pino all the way with him, forces him to play it back. No foul, says the referee. Continue playing. Advantage. Crystal Palace get the ball back. Gahey to Mitchell, all the way back to Henderson, who lobs it forward. And Mickey van der Ven is going to play it again to Jet Spence. Sensoon says, I reckon 1 nil Crystal Palace. That's not a bad shout. It does look like there's more goals in the game, but it might be that Crystal Palace get the goal and sit back and let Tottenham play and try and get the equaliser. And it may end up 1-0 Lacroix with a great save to get the ball out of the box. And it goes out for a throw into Tottenham. I'm sure they're going to do the long throw. But yeah, that's not a bad shout, Sensoon. That's not a bad shout at all. Danzo with a throw into Bergval. Now tries to cross it. But Hughes with an important block. And then I think that was Porro with the ball. Yeah, Porro just shoot it. Oh, he took it out of the stadium. I think that ball went into the river. I don't know where that went. Brendan Johnson getting warmed up. Steve Parish. Not a bad chairman, I must say. Their recruitment of both managers, players, it's not been half bad. Recently, anyway. Right, these two teams are fairly evenly matched. I thought Crystal Palace will have a little bit more for Tottenham. Their midfield seemed a little bit better, but to be fair, Tottenham are not doing too bad. They're holding their own. They're the only ones that have had the ball in the back of the net. But Crystal Palace also, they look like the more capable team. Here comes Nathaniel Klein on the right-hand side. Klein runs to the byline. Tries to cross it in, but Jet Spence with an unbelievable block. And here comes Kolomwani. But Klein gets the ball back and gets the cross in. And surely that's a corner. No, it's a goal kick, says the referee. Klein tried to get the corner out of Jet Spence. Couldn't. It's a goal kick. Oliver Glasner as well. One of those managers that's been linked with several clubs, including United, including Chelsea now, possibly even the Spurs team. Very sought after, not just in England, even in Europe, on the continent. And I mean, he's being touted as the next best thing in football. The reason being, obviously, what he's doing at a club the size of Crystal Palace with the resources that a club like that has, and you're able to compete in Europe and get silverware and do things and sell players and still keep it up, regardless of constantly selling your best players. Olise, Eze, constantly their best players are being sold. Now Gehi possibly being sold. I mean, if he didn't say that I'm going to leave if he doesn't stay, if he didn't threaten the club, they would have sold him to Liverpool. And he would have walked out and they would have really, really capitulated. I mean, they would have really done some damage to themselves. Right, here comes Crystal Palace, but Bentancur cleverly gets the ball back. Kolomwani now tries to play it to Pedro Porro, but Mitchell grabs the ball and gets away from him. Crosses the ball in! Ooh, to the back post, but Jet Spence picks it up. Nathaniel Klein is with him, but Jet Spence plays a good ball to Bentancur. Bentancur now plays it forward to Bergval. Bergval running, plays in Richarlison, but it wasn't a good ball, and Lacroix's there to clean it up and give it straight to Henderson. That was a bad ball from Bergval. And here comes Hughes with the tackle. Great tackle by Hughes to keep the ball. Deveni now, or Deveni, plays it to Mitchell. Mitchell coming on the left-hand side. Now he's going to come inside this time, but plays it out towards Jeremy Pino, who gives it to Hughes, who shoots. Oh, Hughes should have just kept it a little bit down, man. Unlucky. Great play by Crystal Palace. Unfortunately, Hughes couldn't capitalize on that pass that came into him. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep the ball down. I mean, the shot wasn't bad. If he just kept the ball a little bit more down, it would have went in the top of the bins. But unlucky, Hughes. Unlucky. Right, we on 40 minutes, guys. 5 minutes to half time. Obviously, there's some injury time as well. Probably going to be like a minute because there wasn't much injury in this first half. So I'd say like a minute, maximum two. Here comes Kolomwani. Kolomwani in the box, running, shooting. Oh, what a sliding tackle. Was that Lermy? No, Gehi. Lord of mercy. Gehi had to save his team. That was an incredible sliding tackle by Gehi, and that's why he is the world's #1 sought after defender, meaning not that he's the best defender in the world, but he's the one that the whole that was a handball, but I don't know if they're gonna give it because it was in a natural position. But yeah, so he's the #1 player or defensive player that everybody in the world wants because they know he's gonna be on the market and he's gonna be a free agent, I believe, at the end of this season. And here come Tottenham with a set piece. Tottenham is only 2 goals behind us in set pieces. Arsenal are on 10 goals and Tottenham are on 8 goals from set pieces. So all that talk about set piece FC is just going to fling back in their face because if they score from this set piece now, they're only 1 goal behind us. Pedro Porro, back post, Kolomwani, couldn't get it. Oh, Richarlison, and the goal goes in. Archie Gray gets the goal for Tottenham. I did say it looks like they might get it from this set piece, and they're now only 1 goal behind us in set pieces. So set piece FC as well get another goal from a set piece. This time not Richarlison, but Archie Gray, and this time it will not be ruled off. I highly doubt it will be ruled off for anything. It looked like a clean goal, but let's have a look at it again. Ball comes in. Kolomwani at the back post, then Richarlison heads it towards Archie Gray, who then carries the ball into the net, back of the net. Nobody's watching Archie Gray. What was Jean-Philippe Mateta doing? Oh, he went to jump on the line. If he stayed with Archie Gray, if Jean-Philippe Mateta stayed with Archie Gray, because look, nobody's with him or Mickey van der Ven. Richarlison is directing it to him, and then Archie Gray is just carrying it forward into the net. Sorry, Sensoon, your prediction has failed because it's Crystal Palace 0, Tottenham 1. So unfortunate for Crystal Palace. And it's right before half time. Let's see if Crystal Palace can come back and get a goal right before half time. Right. Danso now. Jean-Philippe Mateta plays it to Klein. Klein just about controls it and keeps the ball in. Goes back to Lermy. Who goes to Lacroix. Surely he's going to go to Gehi. There you go. Mitchell there. Mitchell on the ball now. Jeremy Pino plays it to Hughes. Hughes loses it to Bergvall. But Pino almost got it back. Bergvall now playing it to Richarlison. Tottenham have a Mohamed Kudus now. Tottenham look like they have a spring in their step. Mohamed Kudus plays it to Bergvall. Bergvall loses it now. Devaney grabs it. Mitchell plays it forward. Mateta. Hughes. Wharton. Yeah, like I said, Tottenham look like they got a spring in their step. They look like they mean business now. They look up for it. They look hungry. Crystal Palace, I don't know. I think playing too many matches starting to affect them. Mitchell and Mohamed Kudus now. Not good, not good. Archie Gray with his first goal on his 112th appearance. Gehi plays it all the way to Lermy on the other side of the pitch. Lermy just did the same thing. and played it all the way back to Gahey. That was crazy. 4 minutes of injury time. That must have been for the VAR check, surely. Lacroix to Gahey. Gahey with a long ball forward. Come on, Crystal Palace. I'm sure you can do it. Right before half time. Just let them do a Spursy. Or make them do a Spursy. Gahey now. Long ball again forward to the back post. Klein heads it forward. Devaney. Wharton shoots, but it gets blocked. Lermy. Klein. They're still just outside the Tottenham Hotspur box. Richarlison now grabs the ball. Plays it to Mwani. Mwani back to Jet Spence. Jet Spence loses it to Klein, who plays it quickly to Wharton, who flings it into the back post, but it's too deep and it goes out for a goal kick. Boy, Crystal Palace better come out in the second half and go, full throttle and just, get all cylinders firing and just start going pop, pop, beep, pop, boom, boom, boom. We cannot have Tottenham winning over the weekend. We want them to get relegated, so they need to lose. Right? And it looked like we were wrong about bloody Crystal Palace scoring because Tottenham went bloody first. Vicario with a long ball forward now. Richarlison heads it forward to Colomwani, who couldn't get it. Lacroix. Mickey van der Ven. Wharton, the ball's still in the air. Van der Ven now again. But it goes to Crystal Palace and Wharton with the ball now. He's got no one with him. But he finds Devaney somehow. Devaney's trying to run to the byline. But he loses to Mickey van der Ven and Jet Spence. Jet Spence flings it forward. Pino. Hughes. Plays it to Mitchell at the back post. Who crosses it in. Oh, that was a great cross. If that reached Jean-Philippe Mateta, that would have been a goal. Pedro Porro grabs the ball and Hughes takes one for the team. He just tackled him quickly, tripped him over to make sure that they don't get another goal. There you go. Bish, bash, bosh. And gets the yellow card for it. That's what you say. That's what you call taking one for your team, mate. I'm telling ya. Danso with a kick forward. Mateta. 1-2 with Pino and it's going forward. Can't get past Danso. And it's a throw into Tottenham, I think. Danso celebrating the block. Damn. Pedro Porro with a long throw forward. Jean-Philippe Mateta couldn't get it under control. They're doing a good job on him, I must say. Danso and Van der Ven. Right, now the ball gets played into Mateta. He's on the left-hand side, though. Too far away from goal. Can he somehow bring it back in? Jean-Philippe Mateta. Gets the ball to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to cross it in. He's forced to go back, but it's half-time. The referee blows the whistle at 49 minutes, guys. I'm going to make myself another cup of tea. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back. I'm sure Crystal Palace will be back into this game. And hopefully in the second half, they come out firing. Beep, bop, boop, brrr, and start shooting up the goal and get back into this game and get the 3 points off Tottenham. So don't go nowhere, guys. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. And I'll be back. Boom. Boom! I'm back. Sorry, guys. Just got held up a little bit, but the game has kicked off. Let me just adjust the clock. Go. Oh, Tottenham was on an attack, but as a foul, as a free kick, Lacroix just got a yellow card. There we go. Jet Spence, Lacroix just fouled Jet Spence, and it's a free kick for Tottenham just outside the box in a dangerous area. Let me just get my drink quickly. All right, Pedro Porro on the free kick. Mohamed Kudus and Pedro Porro. Which one of them is going to take it? Let's see. Pedro Porro went for the goal, and it was too easy for Henderson, and he just plucked it out the air. Mickey van der Ven with the ball now. Plays a through ball, trying to get to Richarlison. Couldn't get to him, and the ball lands with Crystal Palace again. It's Lermy, Hughes, and Lacroix. Gahey now. Mitchell. Oh, I trust to thread a pass forward to Jeremy Pino, who couldn't get on the end of it. But Hughes gets it back now. Hughes at the byline. Tries to cross it in. Ooh, Jeremy shoots and it gets deflected. It's a corner for Crystal Palace. That was a great chance. Does Jeremy Pino have the Deathly Hollows tattooed on his elbow? Yo, he's that big of a Harry Potter fan. My man tattooed the Deathly Hollows on his elbow. Yo, that's crazy. I hope that means something else, because if he tattooed the Harry Potter symbol on his elbow, yeah, that's different levels of fanboy. Corner comes in, and Archie Gray heads it out. Jeremy Pino throws the ball back into the box. Ooh. Nathaniel Klein was very close to kicking Richarlison in the face. He didn't touch him. The ball goes all the way back to Henderson now. But yeah, footballers and their tattoos, man. Even the other day, I saw what's his name when Chelsea were playing, and he was coming up to take a corner, and when he was standing at the corner already, Reece James, I see he had his own Chelsea shirt tattooed on his thigh. Sorry, not his thigh, on his calf. Sorry, I'm talking about on the back of his calf, and I just felt that was crazy. And now my man's got the Deathly Hallows tattooed on his elbow. What's happening in this world? And apparently, it's really addictive getting tattoos. Apparently, once you get one, you want to just keep on going back and getting more tattoos and more tattoos till you end up like you see those people that have their whole body tattooed up. I guess in some cultures, it's part of the culture, and although it's very strange in Japan, tattoos are really frowned upon. Um, and I believe they're against. I don't know if they're against the law, but maybe they are. If I'm not mistaken, but I think tattoo parlors are against the law or something like that. Because for you to have a tattoo means you're part of the yakuza. Because only the yakuza get tattooed in Japan. So in one country and in one culture, you have part of the culture where tattooing. Oh, here comes more Kolomwani. Kolomwani bombing forward, giving it to Jet Spence, who crosses it in. But Lacroix's there to take it out. And it's a corner for Tottenham. So much space for Kolomwani to run into. Only Lacroix there with him. And then he blocked, he blocked Jet Spence cross from going through as well and gave them a corner. But that was great defending from Lacroix. Lacroix, who had a terrible game against Arsenal, not when he was playing, but one, he was the person who scored the own goal, and also he ended up missing his penalty in the penalty shootout. So he had a terrible time against the Arsenal. But his play, his all-round play, is very well. He just reminds me, he's like a poor man Saliba. That's what it is to me. A Timu Saliba. Jed Spence runs all the way back. Vicario kicks the ball out long. Gahey now with the ball. Lacroix with a straight ball forward to Nathaniel Klein, who keeps it in. Crosses the ball in. Oof. Bentancur had to hook the ball out of the box. But it's only as far as Kolomwani at the byline, and he loses it to Klein. Klein plays it to Mitchell, who crosses it in. Pedro Porro heads it backwards, only as far as Mitchell. Now the ball goes out for a Crystal Palace throw. Who's still with me? Anyone still with me? Chat, where's everyone gone? Crystal Palace fans behind the goal. Great spirit. Great night to go and watch some football. Sunday evening. Winter weather. London. Henderson now plays a short one. Oof, Hughes on the ball now. Mitchell plays it back to Henderson. Crystal Palace just playing it around the back very dangerously though. Now Henderson with the long ball out. Gahey, as I was saying in the first half, a player that's really sought after around Europe. And I'd say the world as well, because I'm sure there's like teams in Saudi that will easily pay money for him if he was willing to go over there. So he's a very sought after player around the world, especially being a free agent and all that. Here we go. Crystal Palace, Deveni. Ooh, tried to header it into the box. Ooh, Bergvall, a little bit too hard on Wharton, but the ref says no, get up. And he just got up and carried on. That was a bit of a shove in his back, though. Lerma with the throw in now. Looks like Nketiah is getting ready to come on. Former Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah hasn't really hit the heights at Crystal Palace. Hasn't really cemented his first team place for Crystal Palace, which is very strange because having been at Arsenal and playing first team football at Arsenal, you'd think that if he was to drop a level down, and that's not criticism of Crystal Palace, but I'm talking about the level of football at the moment of the two clubs and where we are at. Back post, Deveni in the box, shoots. Oh, and it goes over the crossbar. That's probably the best chance Crystal Palace has had, at least in the second half, if not in the whole game. Jeremy Pino on the left hand side runs forward, plays it into Mitchell, who gets the ball back. A nice 1-2. Then outside of the foot cross to the back post, and Klein heads it back towards Deveni, who then just does a 360 turn and shoots it right over the bar. Klein, very well done for keeping the ball in, and a 360 turn from Deveni, and then he shoots it right over the crossbar. Unbelievable. That was a great chance for Crystal Palace. They did not capitalize on it, unfortunately. Lacroix. Mitchell. Lacroix with a strong ball forward to Nathaniel Klein. Lermy now. Gahey brings the ball forward. Pino. Jeremy Pino. Mitchell at the corner. Kept the ball in and crosses it and gets a corner for it. Surely it's a corner for Crystal Palace. That was a great play between Pino and Mitchell. What's going on now? They changed their mind from a corner? What happened? It's a free kick to Tottenham. Apparently there was handball somewhere. The referee is telling Jeremy Pino it's handball. That was the strangest. I don't know what just happened. And the ref told him I couldn't see it. It was in the way, but I just been told by my assistant that it was a handball. Where was the handball? So Mitchell gets the ball at the byline. Ball doesn't go out. Or did you mean offside? I didn't see a handball. You went like that, like as if you're saying handball. Well, I didn't see a handball. If anything, maybe it was offside. Anyway, Eddie Nketiah's coming on. That was a baffling situation there. I don't know what happened. If anybody knows what happened, tells me, please explain it to me. Nathaniel Klein's coming off. Eddie Nketiah's coming on. I really hope Eddie Nketiah does it. Eddie Nketiah, former Arsenal player. I'm sure he's going to want to put one over Tottenham. He looks fit. He looks ready to go. He looks like he's put a bit of weight on him as well. Or he's wearing a very thick underlay. Here comes Crystal Palace. Nketiah running. First touch on the ball is a header towards Mateta, but it gets cleared by Mickey van der Ven. Only as far as Jeremy Pino, who plays in Eddie Nketiah. Oh, and it's a goal kick. Unlucky. Eddie Nketiah has already started off with a bang. First, he tries to head towards Mateta. Mickey van der Ven clears that, but it gets to Jeremy Pino, who sees Eddie Nketiah get back on side. That was a great play by Eddie to quickly get back on side. Unfortunately, the ball was too quick. And then it gets kicked against him for a goal kick, and Vicario was about to take it. I guess everyone's gone. Right, Mohamed Kudus fighting with Mitchell. He plays it to Bergval. Bergval chasing it now. Keeps it in. Decides to go to Vicario. Vicario just kicks it out for a Crystal Palace throw. A waste. Just didn't hesitate. Just kicked it out. I think Thomas Frank went up to him and said, listen, stop playing around. If you're indecisive, you don't know what, just kick it out. Even if it goes out for a throw, and just get it away from the goal. Because he's way more hesitant now to do anything. As soon as the ball gets close to him, looks like Tottenham trying to make changes too. As soon as the ball gets close to him, it's just like, yo, I'm just getting it out of here, mate. Bergval on the floor, holding something. Don't know if it's his groin or his hamstrings. He's on the floor. He seems in pain. Paulinha's coming on, and Odebear is coming on. Bergval still on the floor. Looks like he's going to be the one that's coming off. Because Palhinha's coming on. Odebear's coming on. So it seems like Bergval. Bergval will take off for Palhinha, maybe. Who's that? Fabio Paratisi, Tottenham Hotspur sporting director. Okay. Well, he's not happy about his face being shown because he's a waste, man. But he's talking to an agent right now. And he told him, bro, we're on camera, don't say nothing. And his face just started up. Like, what? That's how you know they're doing something spooky. Spooky from the Tottenham Hotspur sporting director. Someone please clip that. Whoever's watching this game as well, clip that piece right there when the sporting director's talking to, I presume it's an agent or whoever. But as soon as he tells him he's on camera, they'll look. What? What? Spooky from them two there. Anyway, Paulinho comes on. So column 1 is coming off for Odebear and Bergval for Paulinho. Looks like Thomas Frank might just sit back and think, you know what, I'm gonna just take this 1-0 home. That's what it looks like to me. But we'll see. Lerma plays it back to Henderson, who plays it straight to Gahey. Gahey getting pressed by Archie Gray now. Has to play it quick, looking for Nketiah. Nketiah gets the ball now. Mitchell. Wharton plays a quick ball to the side. Deveni crosses it in, looking for Nketiah, but doesn't get the ball to him. I said if it was a little bit more in. This game might just end up a draw, you know. As long as Tottenham don't win, that's what we need. But it might just go into a draw. Vicario. Mateta headed it back to Nketiah. Nketiah now plays in the. Deveni now plays it back, but it goes out as a throw in for Tottenham. I knew he couldn't keep it in. Imagine if Thomas Frank and Oliver Glasner did a straight swap. Where, say, for example, at the end of the season, Tottenham sacked Thomas Frank at the end of the season, and then don't have no one until like right before preseason is about to start during the holidays, and they get in Oliver Glasner. Tottenham do, which is highly unlikely because he'll go to a bigger club than that. But say, for example, they tempt him with a huge budget or war chest. Oh, here come Crystal Palace. Eddie Nketiah couldn't control it. With a huge war chest and told him, listen, here's your wages, huge wages, and here's the war chest. And they tempt him to go there. And then all of a sudden, like a week later, it's announced that Thomas Frank is at Crystal Palace. That would be crazy. But it's happened in football. It has happened. Wharton now. Back to Lacroix. Crystal Palace is knocking on the door. They are trying to get the equalizer. I hope they do what Aston Villa did to Chelsea yesterday. Although Aston Villa were playing away from home, which is more difficult. But I hope they get a second one around this time and then nick a winner towards the end. That will be worth a little celebration, mate. Throw in for for Tottenham Hotspur. Oliver Glasner not happy. He's moaning about something. But he's moaning to his bench like that as his crowd to vent to. So strange. He's there venting to his own bench. Right, Hughes. Hughes on the ball. Come on, Crystal Palace, man. You're too slow. You need to pick up the tempo. Where's that fast-paced tiki-taka football? Lacroix. Gahey. Mitchell. Nketiah. Nketiah, what a turn from the striker. Goes into the box. Ooh, was getting ready to take a shot. Unlucky Nketiah. But it looks like he may be the key to this Crystal Palace team to break the deadlock for them. That was a great little run from Eddie Nketiah. That turn. A proper striker's turn. Dropping the shoulder. And running away from the player. Getting into the box, but then getting met by two other players. Unlucky. Tried to take the shot. Couldn't. Got blocked. But here's Mitchell again. Nketiah. Mitchell and Nketiah. Great 1-2. Nketiah running into the box now. Bentancur running behind it. He crosses it in. Oh my God. What an unbelievable cross from Eddie Nketiah. But there was nobody there to meet it. The ball literally went across the goal line. Eddie Nketiah and Mitchell with a great 1-2. Jeremy Pino couldn't get to it. Devaney couldn't get to it. That was great play by Eddie Nketiah. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what they were missing. That's great management from Oliver Glasner. Well, to be honest with you, it's the obvious thing to do anyway. Really. But the timing of it, maybe. But he's putting Nketiah on. Oof. Just Spence again almost losing the ball. Having lost the ball now, giving a throw into Crystal Palace. He does lose the ball quite a lot. Lermy now with the throw. I don't know how Jed Spence got his England call up. Right, long throws coming in from Crystal Palace. Jed Spence now heads it out. Mateta there as well, tries to get a header. But it looks like it goes for a corner to Crystal Palace. Pedro Porro just kicking the ball out. Right, corner for Crystal Palace. Well, I didn't even see who's taking it. Is it Hughes? Jed Spence and Jean-Philippe Mateta just fighting, man. Ball comes in, yeah, Hughes with the ball. Bentancur heads it out. Only as far as Jeremy Pino, who plays it back into Wharton. Wharton with the cross in. Ooh, Lacroix with the header. Oh, just goes wide of the post. Unlucky. Lacroix. That was a great piece of play by Crystal Palace. Pino played it back into Wharton, who crosses the ball in. Danso headers it. Then, looks like Lermy headed it back in to Lacroix, who then tried to direct it, but it goes wide of the post. Unlucky Crystal Palace. But you're getting closer and closer, guys. Come on. Madness, sadness. Jeremy Pino played the ball forward only as far as Porro, who then plays in Mohamed Kudus. Can he keep the ball? He's got Gahey with him. Gahey gets the ball off him, plays in Mitchell. Mitchell now looking, has to go back, but a bad ball, and Archie Gray couldn't control it. Goes out for the throw in. Hughes on the throw now. He goes all the way back to Lacroix. It kind of looks like Crystal Palace have run out of ideas. They had a lifeline with the first goal being ruled off. Oh, they're looking to put the big man on now. Well, like I said, they look like they've run out of ideas. They really do. And Tottenham, all they have to do really is sit back and just deal with wave after wave of attack from Crystal Palace. And as long as they keep the ball out of the net, which is not easy for Tottenham because they leak goals. Lacroix come up again. Laramie's going to take the long throw again. Wharton will head it back in. Danso heads it back out. Wharton again now to Lacroix, to Mateta. Wharton again. Ooh, and Vicario is there just to take out the air, and Danso's there to congratulate him. Well, he took it right off of Nketiah's head and Deveni's head, to be fair. And Danso went to congratulate his keeper to boost his confidence a bit. Like Wharton, Mateta. Surely Mateta can do something. Oh, what a tackle by Polina, and he gets the ball. Clean sweep from Polina. Ball gets played to Archie Gray on the right-hand side now. Archie Gray wants to come inside. Comes inside on his left foot. Doesn't shoot. Plays it to Jet Spence. Odebear comes inside. Shoots! Great shot by Odebear, but it went straight to the goalkeeper. Henderson, easy save for him. Grabbed it, held it. That's it. It's been hardly any goals in the Premier League this weekend. I mean, Brentford was the one that was the most goals. That was 5 goals in one game. There's been a lot of 2-1s, 1-1s, 1-0s. Mitchell. He's got Hughes with him, but he goes to Nketiah. Nketiah, nice touch, goes forward. Plays it back to Mitchell, who goes to Hughes now. Hughes on his left foot, puts in a cross, looking for Mateta. Couldn't get to him. Oof. Mohamed Kudus with the high foot nearly kicked Hughes in the face. Hughes is complaining about something to the ref. No, it's like he kneed him in his face. Yeah, Hughes is thinking, why was that not a free kick? That was a high foot. He kneed me in my head. He's right, though. That should have been a free kick for Crystal Palace. Anyway, Paulinho plays it back to Porro. Porro goes all the way across the pitch to Jed Spence. Jed Spence on the left-hand side of the pitch. Running forward with the ball now. It's got Odebear. Doesn't play him. He goes back towards Bentancur. And Richarlison just scored. That was a great ball by Mohamed Kudus. Oh, so disgusting. Crystal Palace, man. You disappointed me. That was a great piece of play by Tottenham, though. To be fair, you got to give credit where credit is due. I don't want to. It makes me sick to my stomach. But that was a great ball by Mohamed Kudus. And Richarlison there at the back post just to tap it in. And Richarlison has really started to score now. Like, he's really getting the ball in the back of the net now. Like, it took him years to find this shooting move. So here it goes. Pedro Porro plays a fantastic ball to Mohamed Kudus, who's onside. Gahey gets the header. He heads it to Archie Gray. Archie Gray then plays Mohamed Kudus in on the right-hand side. Mohamed Kudus on his left foot, on the outside of his left foot, just quickly passes it to the back post. Fantastic cross. Oh, they're checking if it's offside. Oh, he is offside. Oh, the second Richarlison goal is going to get ruled off. He's offside. Ha ha. Hold that. He's the king of offsides, brother. Please tell me that's offside. I beg a man say that's offside. He is. It looks like he's offside to me. Looks like two of the players, him and whoever that is behind him. But the ball from Kudus though, outside of the right left foot, just bends it towards the back post, just ready on a plate for anyone just to tap it in. But it looks like Richarlison has just ran slightly too fast. What? Yeah, it was offside. I told you. How that? Man said his knees and his thighs were offside. Hold that. Is that me? I was offside. No, no. I was on the line. On the line. That's what he's saying. You pigeon. 2 goals and both of them offside. All that. Oh, Jeremy Pino's been taken off. Who did he put on for him? We didn't see. Thank God Tottenham didn't get a second. Ugh. Ugh. Yes, come on. Man like, ugh. Christiantus, ugh. Christantus. Yo, where's this bread from, fam? Christantus, ugh. Anyway, Jet Spence with a long throw. Come on, Crystal Palace, man. Oh, the Palace. Go on. Oh. Mitchell chasing the ball now, but it goes out. Gahey on the ball now. Lacroix. Mateta. Ooh, Wharton. Jeez. He was looking for Devaney, but couldn't get to him. But Wharton gets the ball back, though, and plays it to Ugh, and Ugh gets the corner. But I don't know how to say this brother's name, so if you hear me say Ugh, Uche. Is it Uche? It's Uche, bro. Christantus. I'm just going to call him Christantus, bro. Because Ugh, it's not the right... Pause, fam. Why am I even saying that? Right, Wharton on the corner. Let's see if Christantus. Where's Christantus? Hey, bro, what's going on with Spence and Mateta, bro? Them boy their lovers or something. Pause. They hugged up to each other. Gahey unlucky with a header just over the bar. Every corner they're hugged up and smiling like they're enjoying it, fam. Oh, what it blows and skirt. Right, Gahey unlucky with the header. But yeah, man like Christantus. Let's see what he does. Man like Christantus. Carry on the ball now. Who's watching NFL? I said Seahawks versus who? Right now, Jaguar versus the Colts. And the New York Giants versus the... Isn't it the LA Raiders? Hasn't it changed? Eagles versus the Bills. Anyway, what are we talking about? Mohamed Kudus now. Plays it to Poro on the right-hand side. Poro with a cross. And the cross goes to Tim back 2 because it does not go to the back post where it was supposed to. It went to Tim back 2. All right, we're coming up to the 80th minute, guys. And Crystal Palace, I can see them getting a goal. Man, like 187K8 in the house. Palace needs a goal ASAP for real. Like ASAP. Like they've been handed 2 lifelines. 2 Richarlison, 2 Pigeon goals were ruled off. Pigeon got the ball in the net twice. But twice he was offside. Well, to be fair, the first one it was Bergvall, but he looked offside too. Thomas Frank animated at the sidelines. Right. Eddie Nketiah with the header back towards Mateta hasn't done well this game, man. Mateta's been terrible. Hey, you're 187. Mateta's been terrible, bro. Mohamed Kudus now with the ball to Richarlison the Pigeon. Richarlison the Pigeon takes a shot. But Henderson there to grab it and told him, nah, fam, that's not the one. Wharton with the ball to Christanstus. Wharton. Again. Wharton. I need to stop saying that name like that, man. Christantos. That's his name. Christantos. Right. Gahey back to Lacroix. Lermy. Devaney now. Back to Lacroix. Come on, boys, man. Stop with the boring football and get the ball in the back of the net. Come on, Lacroix. That's it. Forward passing. Lermy with a crossing. Back post. Eddie Nketiah. Ooh, Danso has to head it out. Mateta nah. Mohamed Kudus with the overhead kick to clear the ball. Lot of mercy. He's like, nah, forget scoring. I'm going to do an overhead kick just to get it away from the goal, fam. Jeez. Right, Lacroix now. Ooh, great ball by Devaney for Christantos. Christantos back heels it, but only to Jet Spence, who does a 1-2. Nice 1-2 with Odebear. Jet Spence with a ball forward, looking for the pigeon. But he couldn't get to it, and Lacroix was there to head it out. 187 says he runs in slow-mo. Yeah, he does. Proper slow-mo, fam. I can't even reenact it. It's too slow. They're putting Dragusin on. They're definitely trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead. I bet you they take Richarlison off for Dragusin. Dragusin. He's got a serious name, though. That's like a name from like Game of Thrones, though. I'm about to fight Dragusin. Lacroix with a fantastic header to get the ball away from the Crystal Palace goal. Here comes Danso. Boom! He gets it to the back post, but Eddie Nketiah now with the ball and clears it from the Crystal Palace goal. All the way to Vicario, and the danger is slightly over. But only Hughes has come up. It looks like Crystal Palace might be a little bit rattled and in fear of conceding a second one. That they're playing slightly more deeper than they was earlier. Mitchell with the quick throw in. That's a great throw, though. Wharton on the ball, bombing down the middle. Ooh, what a tackle. That was Paulinho. That's the second tackle I've seen him make today. That is out of this world, fam. Timed it to perfection. And I'm not quick to... Oh, that's obviously a yellow card for Lerma. That's crazy. Took one for the team, just like Hughes did earlier. I'm not one to quickly praise Tottenham players because I don't like none of them, but Paulinho in this game, I've seen him make 2 outstanding tackles. Like if some of the big boys would have made those tackles, that would have been talk for the whole week. Because them tackles, yo, they were timed to perfection. Devaney comes off. And man, like, was it Essay? Remain Essay. And now Brennan Johnson. Archie Gray's coming off. He's had 85 minutes or 84 minutes, which is not bad. Scored the goal on the 42nd minute. You know what I mean? Lucky header, his first goal in 112 appearances. So don't expect much from him. Jeez, it's going to take another 112 games before he scores. Archie. All right, Archie. Archie Gray. And Mohamed Kudus has come off. So Mohamed Kudus has come off and Archie Gray come off. Brennan Johnson has come on. And Dragusin. Man, like 187 says Pokemon as name. Who you, Richarlison? I said Pokemon as name. I choose you, Richarlison. That's great. Oh, you talk about Dragusin, innit? Oh, I get it now. Dragosin, yeah, proper Pokemon. I swear there is a Pokemon called Dragosin, isn't it? I think you're right. There's a Dragini. Isn't there like a Dragini? No, listen, man said Pokemon ass name. I choose you, Dragosin. Oh, snap. Here comes Tottenham. I thought you was talking about Richarlison first, but then I clocked Danso with the ball now. Nah, I realized. Dratini Dragonite. There you go. That's it. I knew there was a Draggy somewhere, man. There's a Dragonair as well. How about that? There's Dratini, Dragonite, Dragonair. Bro's the third evolution. He's the fifth evolution. Fam, that's the Dragosin. That is funny. That is jokes. Man said he's got a Pokemon ass name. Come on, Crystal Palace, man. Don't make me don't fail my hate along, fam. This hate along is gonna have a failure. I need that Mortal Kombat thing when it says fail or failure. Come on, man. At least make them drop points again. These men need to get relegated, family. Richarlison with a header forward to Odebear who shoots. Oh, it hits the post and out. It rebounds off the post. Too far for any Tottenham player to get onto. But Odebear shakes his head. He can't believe it. That was a wonderful strike from Odebear on the run as well. The ball took a bounce and on the volley he shot it. Boom. Right there. Ooh. Henderson couldn't do nothing about it. A little bit more to the right. That would have went in. But lucky for Crystal Palace, that bounced out and went way too far for anyone else to get to it. But Nketiah, you ain't done nothing since you come on. Jeez, man. Expected more from you, Crystal Palace Donnies, fam. What's going on? I thought they're gonna do something Spursy and capitulate and just, you know what I mean, let Crystal Palace back into the game, and Crystal Palace was gonna come out in the second half and just ping bang boom, lay the smackdown on Tottenham, but they failed me, bro. Back heel from Richarlison. Ooh, and a great cross from Pedro Porro to the back post, but nobody was there to tap it in. Or was that Brennan Johnson? Sorry, my bad. Lermy. Ooh, Jed Spencer blocks the Lermy shot and nearly gets the ball. Bentacore now. Here comes Dragosin. I choose you, Dragosin. Ooh, Gahey with a great ball forward, but it gets to Wharton in the middle of the park now. Wharton plays it forward to Esse. Esse now. Oh, tries to play in Christanstus. Man, like, ugh. Couldn't get the ball to him, but it's a throw in for Crystal Palace, and it looks like they're going to do the long throw. Oliver Glasner's like, yo, man, hurry up. We ain't got time, man. Lerma. Pick up the pace. Mateta ain't done nothing this game, man. He ain't done nada. He better come up with a goal right now. Lermy, come on. Don't disappoint me. I'm going to believe it into existence. Long throw comes in. Ugh, with that. Oh, no, the bear clears it. It goes all the way to Henderson. Henderson now, you're going to just pump it forward. Pump it up. Pump it up. Oh, the ball comes in. And two Crystal Palace good plays. Ugh, with the header backwards. But Vicario there to just pick it out the air. And just straight distribute it out towards Brennan Johnson, who's on the right-hand side, coming up to the Crystal Palace box on his own now. He's got Richarlison at the back post. And Wharton there to block it. And Henderson picks it up. Yo! Man said that's his third evolution. Jeez. Hey, that was funny. Hey, Wharton. 187. We need more of that in these in these hate-alongs and watch-alongs, bro. So make sure you tune in most of the time, bro. Like, turn up. Don't just make it a one time. We need more of them jokes, fam. Tottenham fans celebrating already. Screaming, "Who are ya?" to the Crystal Palace fans. Yo, I hope. 7 minutes injury time. Yo, Crystal Palace, you got another lifeline given to you, fam. 2 lifelines with Tottenham with the 2 goals getting ruled offside, and now with 7 minutes injury time. Ugh! Pardon me. Right, Gahey. Lacroix. But I feel sorry for Crystal Palace if Oliver Glasner leaves, because if Oliver Glasner leaves, this team is going to get shredded. They're going to tear this team bit by bit. It'll be unrecognizable. Here comes Essay. He'll probably still be there. Essay with a cross in. Ooh, Dragosin now clears it. That's not a bad ball from Essay. Well done, son. Man, that E to the double SE. Cristans. I was just about to say Cristantos. Ugh. But his shot also went all the way to Timbuktuous. Oh, they're claiming handball on Dragosin. But his hands were in natural position. That couldn't have been a handball, dog. Richarlison tried to play in Dragosin, loses the ball. Wharton now plays in Ketia, and Ketia tries to get away from them, but they surround him. Pedro Porro now. Richarlison now loses the ball again to Hughes. Hughes to Wharton. Wharton gets sliced by Paulinho again, and the ref says, "Get up." Richarlison with the ball now. It's 3 against 4. Offside for Brennan Johnson, who still tries to get the ball in the net and can't. But he was offside regardless. Paulinho now is going to waste time. All this injury time is going to get wasted on Paulinho. Get him off the pitch. Nothing happened. He's the one that went into bloody Wharton. And he's the one that's on the floor. Look, he's the one that went into Wharton, but he's the one on the floor now trying to waste time. See what I'm saying? Look, Mickey van der Ven had to come up and say, "Bro, get off, fam. Stop with the childish. We don't need that. Come on, let them do a Spursy one. Come on, and let them do a Spursy one." 187 KA says, "Disappointing display from Palace. I feel the same, my friend. I thought that they'll have enough. I thought their midfield was better than the Tottenham midfield. Everything got thrown back in my face with this display from Crystal Palace. Even at one point, to be honest with you, at times they've been playing much better than Tottenham. It's just they have not been able to get the ball in the back of the net. Mateta, unfortunately, has had a terrible game. Nketiah hasn't done much since he came on. Nathaniel Klein was the better outlet for them all round, but he got subbed for some reason, which I don't understand. But look, you got a couple of minutes left. But all in all, yeah, disappointing from Crystal Palace at home at least. But that's Spurs for you. Their away form is much better than their home form. Oh, gets dropped on the floor. Wharton! Oof. And Paulinho came and blocked that like a madman. He was like, "Thou shalt not pass." Henderson with the long kick forward now. But Dragosin says no. Now Mitchell flings the ball backwards without looking. That's dangerous, fam. Now Paulinho tries to play the ball into Odebear, who's got pace. Odebear gets to the ball. He's only got Lacroix in front of them, but enough Crystal Palace players have come back now. Yeah, he's not trying to do nothing. He's running to the corner, trying to get the corner. And he gets a throw in. Unlucky Lacroix. Unlucky. Right, we're literally 2 minutes away, less than 2 minutes away from the final whistle. Thomas Frank is praying to, I don't know, his Norse gods, Thor, Odin. I don't know. He's praying to something with this chewing gum in his mouth that's turning to powder. He's praying to his lucky stars that Crystal Palace don't get back into this game. Long throw from Danso. I'm not sure why. They were trying to waste time. Lacroix clears it. Eddie Nketiah now go. Run, Forrest. And he loses it to Dragos in the Pokemon. Saw Kamada, Munoz, and Richards out ain't helping it. That's bro. That's basically the spine of their team, fam. Especially Munoz, bro. You're right. That shows you how bad Tottenham really is because they still done all right against them. Oh, and the shot. I think the shot was from Bentancur. Yes, it was Bentancur with a great shot, and Henderson had to make a save. But yeah, you're right, bro. They got a lot of injuries, but the problem is, so does Tottenham. So do we. So do other teams, bro. But no, it does affect Crystal Palace, obviously. And don't forget as well, they're playing more games now. They're playing in the Conference League in Europe, and they're playing like obviously still in the cup competitions, the FA Cup and all that. We just recently knocked them out the Carabao Cup, so at least they're out of one competition. But that competition was at the quarterfinal stage anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of factors, bro. No, I'm not blaming Crystal Palace, bro. I like Crystal Palace, man. I think look, even with all those injuries and everything we just talked about just now, they've held their own up against Tottenham. It's just I'm disappointed because I felt like they still had enough to beat this Tottenham side. And the game's done. And Tottenham win. It's Crystal Palace 0, Tottenham 1. Right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to for those that came here for the first time, 187. I don't know if you've been here before or not. Thank you for coming. Who else? We got another couple of guys that come in. Guys or girls, I don't know. Sensoon, thank you for coming. Mystery Man 476, thank you for coming. 187 KA, like I said as well. Robert the Gunner, as usual. We have some people missing, but for those that came for the first time, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for joining us. If you want to be part of the family, we do these watch alongs and hate alongs. Obviously, this is the Armament Factory, so this is an Arsenal Football Club fan page. But we watch all football around the world. Well, most of it. We talk about it. We talk about the news, what's happening, what's going on. And obviously, I share my opinions with everyone, whether you like it or you don't like it. It is what it is. So today we done a hate along to see whether Tottenham could get beat at Crystal Palace. Unfortunately, Crystal Palace just did not have enough or couldn't do enough to get over the line. They did have enough. I felt like at times they played much better than Tottenham. I felt like they deserved much more out of this game, to be honest with you. That's the truth. This scoreline flatters Tottenham more so than anything. Yeah, they did get the ball in the net more than once, and twice it was ruled offside. That's because it was offside. But yeah, and the earlier game of today was Sunderland Leeds, and I believe that finished 1-1, guys. So today's games were 1-1 at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 1, Leeds 1, and here in South London at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace 0, Tottenham 1. Sorry, I was just watching the highlights of the other game. I do apologize. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Quickly, 187 last post in the chat was, yeah, their first 11 is solid, but unfortunately the depth ain't there. That's true. That's because don't forget they keep selling players as well. Elise went to Bayern Munich. Eze came to Arsenal. They do keep selling. And obviously, Gahey wanted to go to Liverpool. Liverpool wanted him in the summer, and Oliver Glasner had to put his foot down and said, look, listen, if he leaves, I leave. And eventually they didn't sell him, and he stayed at Crystal Palace, and that was to the detriment of Liverpool, because if they had him, they'd probably be a little bit more solid and they would have gotten more out of certain games this season. But that's all good for us. Right, Tuesday we'll be back. And then I believe on Thursday we'll be back again. and that'll be the last time. Tuesday will be the last time before the new year, and Thursday will be on the 1st of January, I believe, where we'll see you guys again. But meet me here on Tuesday, where I think Arsenal's playing Aston Villa at home. So that's going to be a good match. That's a very important match. That's going to be super tense. So I hope all of you are going to come join me on that day, because that's going to be a very important match. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but only because of the form that Aston Villa's in. But I know at home we can do it, and I know we've got a lot of players coming back now that should be ready for that game, and Arsenal should be up for it if they really want the title. Right. Cheers to you, 187KA. Happy New Year to you. But come on Tuesday before the New Year. We're going to do the Arsenal game. So make sure you come back. We're going to do a watch along. And then later in that day, we'll do a hate along as well. And then Thursdays, I believe we're going to do a hate along as well. So we're going to be here. But yeah, if you don't come, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm going to sign out now. Adios, amigos. Hasta mañana. See you when I see you.